Hey guys, in today's video, we get to talk with Heather from the YouTube channel NomadicTrio. She's going to share with us about her time teaching in a preschool and kindergarten classroom. So let's go. All right, so tell me a little bit about yourself.
So I'm Heather. So I was raised in North Carolina, but my family travels. So right now we're in Alabama. I was a preschool and kindergarten teacher for several years. I am now an online teacher. I have an awesome husband, Kenny, and an amazing little boy, Elias, who is almost 2.
So, okay, great. Now, what companies do you work for online?
I've been with VIP Kid for almost 4 years now, and I've worked for OutSchool for almost a year.
So what made you want to start teaching?
So, funny story, when I was a kid, I had my mom buy me a lesson plan book. I don't know if they even still have those, but an actual lesson plan book that teachers had. And I would go through every week and I would write out lesson plans. And every week I would teach all of my stuffed animals. So I did this for years and it took so much time to do, but I loved it so much. So I always wanted to be a teacher. Fast forward to an adulthood. I went to school for psychology and I wanted to be a therapist. I wanted to work with families and couples. Well, then I just needed a job. We had moved up north. Just wanted to find literally anything. Found a teaching job and learned that it's so much easier to talk to kids than adults. So that's how that happened.
What was your favorite part of teaching?
So there's obviously that thing that probably all teachers say, that moment where the kid really just gets it. And that really that's such an amazing part of being a teacher. But for me, I was always drawn towards the kids that needed more help, the kids that all of the other teachers would talk down on or would give up on. That would always be my challenge of, okay, well, I want to help this child. And that was my favorite part, was helping the children that needed that extra help and them getting it, or them changing a behavior that nobody else could help them with. So those are probably like my favorite moments of teaching. But then there's the things of teaching them to read and the excitement they have in things that they didn't think they liked.
What is one thing you wish you knew before you started teaching?
Probably that you don't have to go above and beyond with stuff to be a good teacher. I was the teacher that spent hundreds of dollars of my own money because, as a teacher, especially a preschool teacher, you don't really get that much money handed to you for supplies. And I always wanted to be the cool teacher. So I bought all kinds of stuff. Same with the VIP Kid. I actually had an entire bedroom full of just VIP Kid stuff. But I learned you don't have to have all of that. You can still be an awesome teacher and just have a little bit of stuff.
Yeah, that's awesome. Okay, what was the most difficult part of teaching for you?
I think I get really attached to my children. So having to say goodbye to them every year was really hard. It was like leaving them forever. Like, I don't know. I had to learn to let go and be excited for them. And then when I first started one of my jobs in a child care center, the first week or the first day I was there, nobody told me anything. There were subs. And they said, here you go. Here's your class. I didn't even know the kids' names. So I did the best I could. It was rough. I went home for that first week. Every day I walked through the parking lot to my car crying. I'd get home. I had bruises. I had scratches. And my husband said, I don't understand how this is okay, that this is what the job is. And I said, I think that's just the point, though, is like, if you can make it through that. And it was really hard, the kids with the behavior issues. But again, going back to what I said before, that child became my favorite kid.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Do you have a funny story from when you were teaching?
So one that comes to mind is that my parents don't live near me. They're when I was in North Carolina, they were about 4 hours away from me. So they didn't just come to visit, if I didn't know it was planned. So then all of a sudden the kids go running to the window. We had a whole wall of windows and they're like, Miss Heather, your dad's here, your dad's here. And I'm like, what? My dad's here? I go running. He comes in. It's my husband. And they're like, it's your dad. I'm like, that's not my dad. They're like, no, that's your dad. That's what comes to mind. They always, even after they knew, he's your dad.
Okay, so what was your favorite thing to teach?
So in the brick and mortar, I loved reading and art. I was one of those teachers that went like way out of the box and way above and beyond when it came to art projects. And it was so fun. My co-teachers would get mad because I'd use the glitter, all the things that teachers don't want to clean up. That was me. I'd make the biggest mess.
I love glitter.
So, and then reading, I loved the reading because I had the kids that could do it and they wanted to do more. So I had 4-year-olds reading books by the time that they had left. It was amazing.
Yeah.
But then in our school, it's weird. It's science is my biggest thing. I teach dinosaurs. I have really, really popular dinosaur classes. Before I started it, I only knew how to say T-Rex. Now I know about 100 different dinosaurs. So it's, you kind of go with what the kids enjoy. And I found a passion for the science part of it.
What is the funniest thing a kid ever said to you?
I don't know. A lot of the times I was mom and, hey mom, wait. And then they would get all embarrassed.
Yeah.
A lot of the things I think about funny would be like coworkers, because I think it's so important to be close to your coworkers. I think it makes the kids happier. So I don't know if this goes with that question, but one of the things of a funny thing with a coworker was April Fool's. I don't know if you've ever seen, you make poop out of cardboard paper and you get it wet. Or cardboard and you get it all wet, and I put it on the toilet and on the floor, and then a bunch of the kids ran in there and they were like, oh my gosh. And then the teacher went in there and she about had a heart attack because she had to clean it up, started cleaning it up. So that's something I think of when I think of a really funny moment of, you just got to have fun with not only the kids but your coworkers too to make it work.
If you want to tell me a little bit about your YouTube channel.
We have a YouTube channel, my family. It's NomadicTrio, me, my husband, and our son. And we travel the country. Our plan is to go to all states. We're kind of just taking people along for the journey. And we're also living in a 29-foot travel trailer that you can't tell because of my awesome background. And so we're doing how-tos and remodels, renovations, stuff like that. So it's for the people that can't really get out and go. They're kind of following along with us and living through us, I guess you could say. But it's just a fun way to see different places and to get to know the area that you might want to go to one day.
Yeah. Thank you, Heather, for joining us today. Don't forget to check out the description to find the link to her YouTube channel so you can follow their fun adventures as well. Thanks for watching, everyone, and I will see you next time. Bye.